All right. I think we're live. So we'll see. Put this in just so I can go and quickly check this. Oh, so it's off, so I can shut that down now. I can see we're live. And we will see if anyone else joins. So, yeah, what I'm doing tonight, you might be able to see there's a watermark somewhere in the screen. I think it's the top, left, according to my screen, but it could be the top right. Could be in the bottom. What I'm seeing could be vastly different. And now apparently there's no one watching, so no. Give it 5 or 10 minutes. See if anyone joins. So, see if anyone joins in. Assume audio is working. It should be showing it's working. So that's a positive. Just sharing on the various socials. See if anyone wants to join in. Other than that, it's not really. Wait until we wait for a few people to join. Nothing much else to report on at this point. Don't know now that I'm using this third party sort of platform type thing, so I can hopefully add people if they want to come in and chat, add them live if they've got a microphone and a webcam, or just a normal laptop should do. Don't need a separate microphone, but I don't know what the latency is. I don't know whether it's jumping around. I don't have very good internet here. Get rid of these right now. I'm going to crack a beer anyway. Says there's people here. So say hi in the chat. Cheers. Once again, I don't know how long it takes for the chat to come through. I'll put those back on if someone else wants to join. Hey, it's D. What's happening, D? How's your first day off? Just got home. So, been a long day. Hope you at least got some sleep. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up on my phone and see if the chat is any quicker if I have it up on my phone. Because, yeah, I don't know what the latency is on here. Seemed all right then. Is the stream smooth, D, or am I jumping about and everything a bit because of my poor internet? Speaking of that, I should turn my phone off using the internet so it's not stealing anything from this. So I was going to experiment doing, which don't know if it will work, is screen sharing. Okay, cool. So pixelated, but yeah, not freezing. Well, yeah, that's the way it is. So what we got here? See if we're saying that. Fridges I'm looking at. So it's chat up on my phone so then I can actually move away. And D, if you're, I don't know what your situation is at the moment, but I have got a link. I can get you to join in. So I can get other people to join in. I don't know whether that will completely bugger this whole live stream up, but with the loss of Google Hangouts, I'm trying this. So, all right, let's see if I can get this bloody live chat up on my phone, so then I can at least half look at you. Oh, hang on. Here we go. At least half look at you. Oh, hang on. Here we go then. Whew. Wintech, how's it going? A new one here. Normally I'd have Mud Duck on, but I think he's actually out camping, so good for him. Yeah, phone interfering with the mic. So that shows me, so it's up on the phone. That was because there was volume there. So it's definitely live chat. So yeah, it's definitely a lot slower on this interface. Still doing it. So it's still doing it now. How about now? Still doing it now? Even though I've put it on silent. Okay, can't join. Yeah, is it still doing it now though? It's cool. You can't join. That's fine. I don't even know how joining is going to work on this. Static interference. Okay, so let's just bugger that thing off. Forget that. That just confirms I need to get a second screen. So phone's off, so static should have stopped. Unless the static is something else, which I don't believe it should be. Unless it's the timer for the lizard tank, but I haven't had issues with that in the past. Yes, so yeah, that was the phone. Bugger. Learning as I go. Anyway, do what we do. So, I've been looking at fridges anyway. Can't really afford any of those. What I actually need to do is pop that out, which I may have already actually done. Did I already do that? Anyway, well, yeah, remote tech advisor. Have you? Hope you've got the wireless. Well, not wireless, but the headpiece like I have at work when I'm doing my tech impressions. It's actually a meeting. So I'm going to try doing this time. Screen sharing's easier. So if I do that, yeah, so that's sharing now. So now you should see the angle tab. This is the issue I'm going to have. Okay, so if I minimize this so I can still see the chat, and then change the size of that. Oh, it changes the size of it on your screen. Interesting. So then you can actually look at what I'm looking at. That's pretty cool. So I can go, right, all right, so we want to look at chest freezers. Chest fridge and freezers. And you're still getting a view of me drinking beer. I can do full screen sharing. And this should work. I don't really want to do video because I'm not sure how. We'll give it a try. how video works with my internet connection, but it says 13. That's 1320. What was the other one earlier for a 30? So the angle's about, yeah, the angle's, come on, this is just a painful thing at times. Pardon me. The angle's about $300 dearer. Sorry, I don't get what you said there, D. You said you're back soon, but yeah, okay. Oops, be back soon. Oh, StreamYard free. Yeah, yep, it is. But I'll wait until you're back. And then, oop, what's happened there? 32 litre. 40 litre seems the one I'd go for. But it is bloody dear. And for that, so it only shares the tabs. Why can't I'd have to change? I'd have to, yeah, okay. I think what I have to do. $7.49 for a little one. 45 litre platinum looks good. Still pricey though, still pricey. 80 litre, that's what my brother's got. That's what he used. Sorry, what I used back in 2018 on the beach, the Otways and beach trip. So that's that. What I'm going to do right now is go back to, yep, just my face. So that means I can change what I'm looking at without showing you guys what I'm looking at. To try and bring up a video, see if a video works. Is anyone still? No one's watching anymore. Everyone's buggered off. So what I'll do is try a video. All right, here's a good one. So click on this video. We will open it up to a decent size. We will commence sharing again, like this. And if I can make it the full window. Nope. Oop. So we're going to add headphones on so I can listen. I'm guessing if you pay for one of the upgraded versions of StreamYard, you will get the ability to do that. It's a bit better. I'm guessing, yeah, you can crop it. Well, it'd be nice if someone was here to see if it works. Anyway. Might end this in about 8 minutes. Nothing much really else to do or say. Really. Seems to work. Guess I'll have to let it render and see what it does. There's no point putting anything else on. Yeah. Can't really put anything else on because I guess I could, just for the sake of doing something, put one of my old videos on. Yes, I'm live. I know I'm live. Thank you for telling me I'm live. I'm going to delete the older ones, don't worry. So what's the very first video I ever put up on here? Jan Court 2017. I put the Subaru one up. Here we go. We're getting to, because I know this video was demonetized, so I'll get the stream demonetized as well. So here we go. The first video I ever put up. Once again, not that anyone is watching. So we're sharing. Watch this for 5 minutes. And then does that adjust? I'll dispute it anyway if I get a hit on this live stream because it's not part of the just incidental, the music. But yes, this is down. Matt, that was Mattress Hill in Jancourt. This is up out of the other side. So this is Centre Track in Jancourt. Now, the stage when I filmed this video, I actually have to go back to that start and have a look. Might be on the all-terrains by this stage. But stock. No lift, nothing. With machine head blaring. Once again, a lot steeper than it looks. And it was very muddy. This was back when I used to, beat on it a bit more. As you can see. Music firing me up a bit. More sticky sections. Bit of momentum to get through. And come up to another downhill section. Or do I? No, I don't turn left through that little bypass. It's now been blocked off. So we'll go through another little downhill. So the big thing here is there's lots of little, so this was 2017. I think this was actually filmed a long time before 2017. I got the vehicle in 2014. No, yeah, I did 2014. Yeah, I reckon this might have been 2015. But I marked as 2017 because that's when I posted it. Oh, look. Drink up, Dan. So we're just about done, I think. Yep. So this is that hill I said we're getting down to the bottom of. Trying to sync up. First time ever trying. I think this was the first time. I don't think I did it on the Subaru video. I know I did the Subaru video before this one, but and look how fresh that Colorado looked back then. No, bit of drifting. Closed roads, private property, of course. Yes. Go back to here. Why don't we watch the Subaru video? Apparently, I've lost a subscriber in the time I've been watching. There you go. It's the way that cookie crumbles, I guess. So this was the first video I filmed with other people. When it loads. Don't worry, no ads, folks. This has an actual date. So the other Dan in the Navara, Craig in the little Jeep that could. Sorry, can't remember who's in the GU. And it was actually, I can't remember that. Pretty sure Gav was there in his GU this trip. Anyway, maybe it was just with Craig. Well, there's Gav, so he was there. No, sorry, that was Craig. Come on. Oh, he's beached it now. Buh. Preempting my own comment. No one's here. No one cares. Turn the phone back on. Hopefully it doesn't interfere while I just... Pretty sure it was while I only had YouTube open. We'll find out anyway. It's actually very dark by this point. Camera's brightening it up a fair bit. Don't know why I'm bothering doing this. This is a test. Never know, maybe one day I can be popular enough to actually have people want to watch. No, listen to that winch. We didn't realize like that hole that's in front there. So the reason why we're trying to winch around the side is like probably above window height. You know, as in the bottom of the windows anyway. Like it's bloody deep. The only way to get around it, the only way to go is to get around it. This has all since had probably a couple of 100 ton of rock and gravel all put in, and it was last time I drove it, it was damn near flat. Even that little hill down didn't exist anymore. Still clay. This was known as the clay pit. Well, it's bottomless, spewy clay. That's all it is. In summer, it's like concrete, but obviously with the ruts when it was like this, you couldn't even get through in summer. But once they filled it all up, it's just like concrete. But in the winter, they close this track now in the winter. It used to be open all year round. Oh, yeah, just pick your nose on camera, Daniel. Good job. Let's just get me off camera. I'll stop my camera. That should make the stream a bit smoother. Just sound. And obviously streaming this video. There it goes. He's through. This video is actually better than I remember. So yeah, the old mate in the GU here, he decides to go up sort of a higher side, which a lot of the dirt bikes take in winter. But it was pretty risky. You got to get up on this embankment. My big fear here would be, which I was thinking at the time, this is quite steep, it's wet, and it's about an 8-foot drop off the side where he's driving now. So he's trying to avoid getting down into the big hole. You can sort of see, well, you can see the trees. I'm sort of even standing on an angle here filming. And you can see the angle that the old big patrol's on. He's getting the little jet that could move out of the way. So there you go. So that's him straight. So you see what angle he's on. Like he's on about 25 to 30 degree angle there. Straightening up as he gets down. But you got to remember, so it's a 7 or 8 foot drop off the side where he was down into a mud pit. So yes, good effort there. Good effort. So why don't we go back and we'll. So that's the full recovery of the GU off the mound, then we're at the full length recovery, which how long does that go for? 16 minutes took us to get that out. But why don't we watch a little Subaru Outback? We'll watch the little Subi vid. Custom music. No copyright claim on this music. Wow. Someone else steals it off me. Oh, shock absorbers. Bit gone there. Had grand plans of this, turning this into a bit of like a little rally car. But ended up just spending many years sitting in the driveway until I sold it for a couple $100. Again, all filmed on closed private roads. For old Toyota Corona or something like that. Gone now. Not even sitting in the bush. Probably sat in the bush for 30 years and now it's gone. I went and cleaned it up. Yeah, going for some wheel lifts. The old road tyres. Never even put off-road tyres on this bugger. Just used to absolutely hammer it off-road. And back to where we started. That's Mattress Hill, which we saw in the earlier video. A little bit of plagiarism there. So yeah, here we got, won't bother looking at any of that crap right now. Second Subi video. So that's that's the second one. So I think all these are public. Don't think I've privated anything on this channel really. So I haven't really been consistent, but I've been consistently inconsistent. What should we do? We'll do another Subi one. Why not? Screw it, no one's watching anyway. So yeah. Oh yeah. Gone. The shocks were at that stage. By this stage, it had blown out CV. Actually, I think it might have even been this trip I blew the CV out. But yeah, like these tracks are pretty slick, and a lot of slipping and sliding. A lot of this grey spewy. Well, it's sort of more of a brown spewy clay, not the grey clay like in Jancorp, but there's another video. It was actually quite. I've got another video of that little downhill section there in the Colorado that was done a bit after this, and it was a heap more chewed up by that stage. So, yeah. Not sure how the volume of my voice is over this. I assume it's higher. I've got the volume on the video turned quite down, but guess when I watch a bit of it back, I'll find out, won't I? That's the whole idea of trying this shit. So, yes. This track is definitely much better in the winter than it is in summer, but unfortunately, this first year when I discovered this track, I didn't realise it was a closed track, and the gate had been ripped out, and then the year after this, it was replaced. And so this track's closed in winter, and I can understand why. Like, there's some pretty bloody challenging bits. And here I was, like, it hadn't really been chewed up too much at this stage, but I was in a car on road tyres. It's a little stream that I just randomly put in there for too long. I think it's a slow-mo. And yeah. That's just pathetic, really. It kind of all seems. Oh, I remember now. I don't think I filmed. There was a section in between there that I thought I filmed, but I didn't. That the next time I went back with the Colorado, I did film, and it was, yeah. It showed how sort of challenging it was. Nice. Rest in peace, Subi. Well, hey, Bush Adventures Australia, how's it going? Hope the disco is going well. Glad you could join us. This is, it says it's the Great Otway National Park, but it's sort of a little odd area that's just out of Simpson, on the Lavers Hill Road. Before you sort of get to the, you sort of get to the Y section where you can go to Lavers Hill, and then you can go to Carlisle River. It's just before there. There's a little section of bush. There's like a Sheepyard track and King track. I'm pretty sure this is King track I'm on this one. So, yeah. They're all logging tracks. There are some sort of deep muddy ones, but most of it is closed in the winter when it's half fun. This year when I filmed this, it was I didn't know it was my first time in here. So yeah, the gates had been removed, so yeah. That's what it was at this stage. Okay. I hope you got some video. I must admit, YouTube's been funny lately. So if you have put any videos up, I've just noticed I am not seeing many videos other than the big channels. Like YouTube just seems to do the big channels. So, which is frustrating. The little guys like me and you, or you're bigger than me, but don't seem to show up on the subscription feed and that. So I'll have a look after this and see if you've got anything new up that I haven't watched yet. But yeah, I mean, you know what the Otways are like. Summer, they seem like a flat track, and winter, you can't bloody drive them. So So yeah, basically you've joined late. What I'm doing is I'm trying out. Back in the day, on another channel I used to have, I used to use Google Hangouts and used to do stuff like this where I could share stuff. Google doesn't have that anymore on their live streaming, so I'm trying this. What the hell is it? StreamYard. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Trying out this thing, sharing video. I don't know what the quality of the video is like. In theory, I can bring other people in. So if you have a computer or a laptop with a webcam and a built-in microphone, you can join in. So yeah, I'm just sort of playing around at the moment, and I was just going through some old videos for the sake of seeing what trying this out basically. Queen's birthday weekend. Yeah. Queen's birthday weekend, because everything shuts down after the Queen's birthday weekend, doesn't it? So, although normally everything opens up around Cup Day, so if they still open everything up around Cup Day, it's probably still going to be very bloody wet down here, and we won't need to worry about Queen's birthday. Won't need to worry about summer, because man, have we had some rain. Like I'm driving through a foot of water getting out my driveway. So sorry, mate, Bush Adventures. I haven't caught your. It's probably in your videos, but I'm sorry. I watch so much YouTube. I haven't caught your name. Just so I can call you by a name other than Bush Adventures, unless you just want to be referred to as Bush Adventures. So this was another trip out to Jancourt for a bit of play. Look for some muddy puddles, as was said there. So we had my mate Gav's GU and the little Jeep that could. So the second last trip of this Jeep before it crossed over to the other side and was sold for parts. So this is going down the west side of Centre Track, which we locally refer to, or our group refers to, as Mattress Hill. So that's because on this hill off to the left in this big bog out that was being filled, actually, I think pretty sure it was. I actually can't remember if it was Craig in the Jeep or Gav in the GU, but went into a bog hole and come out dragging a queen bed mattress. So Mattress Hill. We went back a week, 2 weeks later, and did this same track, and of the four of us that went up, it was only me and the Jeep that didn't have to winch. The only reason why the Jeep didn't winch was because his alternator was dead and he couldn't winch, and he just kept trying until he made it up. Yeah, Lavers Hill. That there's some tracks out there that if I ever build a serious off-roader, like a effectively a comp truck. Like I'd dream about building a big 105 series, or a Land Rover with a modern motor in it, or something like that. A 2 series or a 3 series Land Rover Parenti or something like that, and build a big. There's some tracks out at Labour's Hill that, with my Colorado, scare me, and I won't try. This is a heap of vehicles with me to try, and we'll play. But in the next 3 weeks, I'm getting a lift, and hopefully I can afford some new muddies as well. So who knows where we're going? I could be trying everything. And yeah, whilst the patrol's still around, it's been parked up for, God, when actually was this video? 2018. So yeah, it's been parked up for 2 years now. Not long after this video was filmed, the 3-liter hand grenaded. So yes, good fun, these tracks, man. Perfectly flat tracks and just in the wet. It's just in Jancourt Forest here. It's just soup. Yeah, you say tread wear on muddies is a lot more. I had Maxxis all terrains, and I think I got 50,000 Ks out of them. And I'm up to 75,000 Ks on my Maxxis muddies now. And if I had have got it aligned and balanced a few more times, then I probably wouldn't be looking like the ones on the back aren't too bad. Last a little while longer. Not really, definitely get as much traction on them as an all-terrain off-road at the moment, but the one on the fronts, they've just scrubbed slightly because I haven't had the vehicle wheel aligned in a year, and I've beaten it a heap off-road up until February this year. And I live on where I am, the track up to my house on the farm I'm living on is a bit like the Gibb River Road with the corrugation, so and that's why the fronts have scrubbed, and I just haven't aligned it. But I find the muddies are worn quite well. Like, they're louder. It's definitely louder, and the fuel economy, I reckon, on my Colorado is about 1.5 litres per 100 Ks worse with the muddies. But even though I might only use them once or twice a year where they actually help me out, I just like that peace of mind. And I think I got a mate who went back to all terrains, and he's got a big lifted truck and it's on all terrains, and yeah, I like the tough look of the muddies, so I'm just going to be stubborn and stick with that. Same as if I won Tesla, I'd be stubborn and I'd build a 79 series, even though everyone else has got one and they're not really that good, but I just want one. I think the G is on 32s, I think. But a good example of the tyres are fairly worn out here. But it sounds good. Shame it blew up. So I'll say this is worn out tyres. So yeah, what BFGs? Yeah, yeah. BFGs are a good tyre. Said I would try them, but I kind of like the Maxxis. I'm sort of one of those idiots that I get onto a brand that I like, and yeah, I quite like them. I would like to give the BFGs a go. Look, the BFG all terrains are definitely a lot more aggressive than a lot of the other all terrains, looks wise. I haven't. Maxxis have brought out the new Razor all terrain. I'd love to have a look at one of those in person, and that may be enough to swing me or enough to sway me. If they look really good and have a nice aggressive sidewall, which is what I'm more looking at, the sidewall. If they have a nice aggressive sidewall, then I might go for those. But I'm also looking at going down to a 16-inch rim, 16-inch Steely. So, in which case I might put muddies on the 16-inch rims, and then later on put all terrains on the 17s. So I have 2 sets of wheels. And even though I always swore I wouldn't do that, because who wants to change wheels when they want to go off-roading? But, yeah, so be it. That's cool. So that's the other thing. In my the highway tires had flats all the time, but I didn't know any better. I was just starting out. I think I had 1 flat on the all terrains, and touch wood, I have not had a flat with the mud terrains. That being said, I'm probably going to blow out a tire on the way to work on Monday or something. But early November, I'm going on a trip to the high country with the boys, as long as we don't get locked down again. And I'll hopefully have new tyres then. So, yeah, we'll see. The other thing that's turned me off the BFGs are they in the past, they've just been so much dearer than everything else. But I haven't seen any evidence that they're better. They're just sort of, whether you go for BFGs, Maxxis, or Mickey T's or Coopers, they all seem to be pretty line ball. Just what you personally like the look of. The old petty Jeep. But it's good you got a cut and it didn't go flat. So, but I'm assuming you had to change replace the tyre after the trip. But I'm assuming you're on 18s as well, 18s or 19s. So you're on a pretty thin tyre. The Jeep doing its best steam engine after getting a gut full of water. It was the next trip, man. We got that Jeep so deep. It wasn't funny. And that was the death of it. Like, yeah. She didn't survive the next trip. She was towed home. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so it's got a good strong carcass on that tyre. If it gets a little cut in the rubber and doesn't go down and you don't need to change it, well, that's good. These bog holes, why my bearings and diff seals and everything always go. This silty mud is just like grinding paste. How much we got to go on this video? No, 5 minutes. Watch the last 5 minutes of this video and then we'll call it a night, I reckon. Really appreciate you joining in and having a chat. It's always good to have someone online to chat to. Hopefully I probably won't do this on a Friday night. Probably less likely to have people on a Friday night. Thinking like maybe a Wednesday night or something. Tuesday night. And try and do this like, every week or every other week or something. And hopefully if I get all this stuff sorted out, I can get people actually to join in live and chat in person, so you don't have to type, which I always think's a good idea. Makes it easier. There he's got moving again. Bit more mambo. And then you got through. I'm chickening out and taking the right hand side. Yeah, I even say that there. Yeah, I chickened out. So yeah, it's a shame, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think they closed them down. It's a bit like the power line track that was just near me, because unsuspecting people go in there and have accidents and get stuck and get hurt or whatever, and they don't take into account the enthusiast, which is, disappointing. It's a bit of discretion. I've been stuck. I've been out by myself and got stuck and had to walk to get phone reception. This is always when I was learning, and I made the mistakes, but they're my mistakes. It's not the fault of the track. So yeah, it is a shame they closed the tracks down, but so I'm looking forward once I've got a bit of a lift and some slightly bigger tyres, getting out and hitting some of these tracks I haven't hit this year. There's been a heap of rain, and unless they've been out and gated these tracks, which I don't think they would because they're just little bloody wood collecting tracks, get out and hit this east side of Jancourt, and yeah, no hills on the east side of Jancourt, but there's all these bowls where the west side of Jancourt's where the hills are. Yeah, people rip the tracks up, but I don't know. In all the other states, most of the other states, you look at the power line tracks they're used by power companies. They still let people use those in other states. And a lot of them are the iconic legendary tracks. So, I don't know. It's frustrating. I mean, the whole thing is if you're going to stick to the track's going to get torn up a bit. And I understand if they get shitty if people start making other tracks. So, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, is what it is, I guess. Anyway, I think we'll look at calling this a night. I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes and chatted to 3 people, so that's good. Well, like I said, I'd really like to make this kind of a weekly thing. Try and, at least every second week. And hopefully I want to make this where I can get other people to come and join in and have live discussions. That's my goal. That was what I'd like to do. So, yeah, I just was trying out this new site to stream on, and obviously I don't really know how good it's looked until I watch it back. So I'll end this stream, I'll let it render for a bit, and then I'll watch it back and probably be horrified. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Butch Adventures. Dusty, who was on earlier, and who else was on earlier? Wintech. Thank you for joining and joining in the discussion, letting me try all this stuff out as I learn it and try and work it out. And I'll catch you on the next one. So take it easy.